Microphone check, microphone check. I don't wanna hear any static on that bitch. Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh my god, back by popular motherfucking demand. Fly on the wall, your boy Buddha. Remember Buddha, Boo-Wop, whatever you know me by. Don't say my government, that's too much information. God damn, I'm so happy to have y'all back. I'm happy to be on here. I'm happy to talk my shit, share my opinions on stuff. And the podcast is always a vibe. You know, we always bring in the dopest artists in the city. And we have a blast. I usually end up collaborating with the artists, and it's just a community builder, man. It's a good time. So welcome back, everyone who's stayed tapped in with what I've been doing. I have been dropping a boatload of music for, 2024 is when I dropped Let's Watch Some TV, and I've kind of been on a run since then. Foie Gras, The Briefcase, just multiple visual for damn near every song on the album, on all the albums. Yeah, we've been working hard. We've been putting in that work, and we've been trying to leave a footprint to remind people that we ain't fucking around, and we are trying to make the best and coolest, most interesting shit on the available budget that we have. And I feel like, we've been doing that. We've been raising the bar, and we've kind of been showing other people that it's okay to DIY the fuck out of this shit, and you can make it look cool. You gotta just be smart and creative and, stop being in fear of what you think other people are thinking, because they're not thinking that shit. You need to just make it, and then it's a wrap. But yeah, we've been working hard, man. 2024, it's 2026 now. That's crazy. Last season of the podcast was last April, I believe is when it cut, because the last episode was technically a freestyle, episode 41. It was a video of me interviewing myself, but it's over a Kanye West beat that I was rapping on, and I was rapping on it, and it was a music video, whatever, and I dropped it on April Fool's, almost as like you thought I was dropping a podcast episode. Gotcha, bitch. It's not. It's fucking me rapping, and people dug that shit. They thought it was cool. And it kind of played into the rollout of my album. So that was the last episode, though. It was me interviewing myself, and it was kind of a similar context to the raps that I was given on that video, too. It was like I was interviewing myself. But before that, we had a season full of guests. I think before that it was Bodine. I had Chris on that season. I'm blanking, but we had tons of guests, as usual. I mean, this is episode 42, technically. And I'd say, maybe 35 of the other episodes have all been guests. And I'm trying to hit 50 episodes before I can pull the plug on this season, because I got a lot more music. And if you notice, when I'm dropping music, I'm not dropping the podcast. I'm not trying to over fucking do it for you guys. I don't want everyone going, oh damn, this motherfucker just, what do we focus on? He's talking and he's rapping and and he's interviewing people. I don't even know. Well, guess what? I'm gonna go easy on you, since you guys don't, it's a lot to digest. And to be fair, I don't even like digesting that much shit as it is. I pretty much play the same fucking 15 songs every day, so I'm not going too crazy trying to over digest shit, so I understand. So we're giving you the podcast, and the music will come separately, vice versa. I'm working on a lot of collaborations right now. I got one with my boy Don Chifa. It's called Inflation. I produced the whole project. I got 2 or 3 verses on there, and he's crushing it. That's like some of his best rapping I've ever heard, and he's been on a run too. He's been killing it, shooting music videos with me, and he's helping expand my catalog and help me learn more about like being a videographer, which is something I never really thought would fit my bag. But, when money's tight and you got to make this shit work, you got to go get your own fucking camera and you got to do this shit. And, I have I have a plug for Premiere Pro. So I've been using Premiere Pro to like edit and stuff, and After Effects, and I keep learning more and more, and I want to keep growing with it because I'm having fun with it now. I'm looking at it through the same lens that I look at it as myself as a producer, where I'm like, all right, this is world building, like literally constructing stuff piece by piece and, finding the right shit, just finding the stuff that fits, and you're in charge of it and it feels good. So, that's kind of like the vibe that I've been on for the visual stuff, because I've been shooting a lot of shit. I think I did the math. It was like around 40 music videos, or just videos in general, that I shot in the past like year and a half. And I feel like you have to have growth at that point, right? Like, you're gonna learn some shit. And I feel like I've learned some shit and I've really improved, and my visual content to pair with the music, it is like peanut butter and jelly now. I feel like, I was at my boy Damon, shout out Damon, fire artist, and he had a listening party, and I can't remember what video I dropped that week, but I had people coming up to me at his listening party like, hey bro, I keep seeing your fucking videos, like, you're really doing some cool special shit, like, hyping me up. And that night I crashed my car. I was fucking hammered. Oh God, bad. Not a good decision by me. But beyond that, and I'll blame half of that on McGee, because I played I Want by McGee and I was having the best time of my life that night. Everyone was gassing me up. I go get in my car. I think I'm the king of the fucking world. And then I hop a fucking curb. And it wasn't good for my car. But anyway, that night I was getting like gassed up by a bunch of people, and it just let me know that I'm like, all right, I'm doing the right shit with the visuals. I'm like really pushing it far, and like people are reaching out to me for visuals, and we're gonna continue to raise the bar and do cool shit, not this cookie cutter stuff. Like, I'm trying to make like music videos fun again, and not just like some basic ass VertVid shit. I will do the VertVid stuff. It's part of the algorithm. You got to play ball, but I'm widescreen WAP. I need that shit. Like, I can't, it just looks better. It looks cinematic when it's widescreen. But yeah, we've been working hard. It's happy to have the podcast back. I got a lot of guests lined up. I already have a few episodes shot. I made sure to put them in the canon before I put out my solo episode first. And we have more guests that I plan on having come through. And lots of new people that, deserve a platform. I'm not going to say any names until they come up on the episodes, just because I got to be a little confidential about some shit. I'm always yapping about everything. But yeah, man, a lot has changed in the year since the last podcast episode for me. I've been rolling out all these visuals and upgrading my style and my approach and my sound. I'm working on another album. It's called Let's Go to Work. If you see what I'm doing, I'm promoting the fuck out of it at any chance I get. Probably won't be ready till like October. I'm just like king of the fall, so I'm going to say it's going to be in the fall. But it's the follow-up to Let's Watch Some TV. It's going to go Let's Watch Some TV, Let's Go to Work, and boom, super confidential, Let's Go Home will be the third album in the trilogy. And I've finished all the demos, the track outs. I have to basically just track out everything that I've done here, and I'm going to bring it to Shock City, and we are going to have a few big mix sessions where we just hammer this shit out and turn it into a classic again. And I believe in it so much because, again, I don't just play it for myself. I play it for like probably 30 people. All in individual settings, like groups of 5, groups of 6, sometimes even a group of 8 people come and listen to the album, all different for the most part, and like different music tastes, different flavors, so I can get what their thoughts are on it, and everyone across the board is like, yeah, dude, this is your best shit by far. And it's great to see you keep elevating. That's what Louis said. He's like, each project you get better, and this one, again, you got better. And I'm like, that's what I want to hear. I want each project to feel like an evolution and a progressive evolution, not just like me evolving into something like worse. Me evolving into something better is the goal. Because this music stuff is life experience. If you have life experience where you have grown positively, it's going to show through the music. And I feel like I have had that happen big time. And speaking more on that, like, I was in a position where I needed to get a new job, and I I needed to get better health insurance, and I just needed to change how I was like working. Like I was a server for fucking 8 years, dude, and I did it because of the flexibility it gave me to work on music and do shows and whatever. But it was starting to take a toll on me mentally. I was really not doing good, and I'm already not doing good to be fucking begin with. Like, but that really didn't help. And you know, it was bad for my diabetes. I'd be moving around too much, and I'd have to drink fucking a shit ton of like soda or sugar at work so I could get my blood sugar back up. And it was just kind of like a toxic cycle. And I just felt like I outgrew that job. I outgrew what I did and, like, you know, who I am and who I was. I outgrew it a long time ago. But I just got comfortable and I needed something new. And my wife saw how good I've been with, like, my nieces and nephews and with kids and shit. And she's like, you would do great at my job. She works in ABA therapy. She's a registered behavior technician. I am now a behavior technician. I work at the same place. We work with autistic children and help build them up and like get them prepared for the real world type stuff. And it's amazing. I love it. I love my job so much. It feels so rewarding. I don't feel like shit when I come home anymore. I feel like I've earned like a good, I don't know, I feel like I just did some good in the world instead of just being like, oh, this motherfucker wanted a medium rare steak and he came out medium well, now he's ripping me apart and I'm not gonna get any money on the tip because he's a piece of shit. And whatever, it was just getting too messy and I needed something more consistent, better hours. Now I have my weekends back. I never really had my weekends for about 10 years, so it's a trip being off on Fridays and Sundays. I've had to miss a lot of events because of that shit. And even still, something I want to touch on the events is like, I love to perform. I've been performing for so long. And, you know, I'd like to guess that I probably have done about 80 to 90 shows throughout, like, my career, maybe even pushing 100. But it's, you know, it just gets tiring when you're performing at the same places and it's the same crowd and, you know, it just doesn't feel as, at least for me, it hasn't. I love to perform. I'm not going to act like I won't go in a room full of nobody and go tear it up, but I am getting tired of like going to events and, you know, like I'm on someone else's bill and I'll push it, I'll promote it, but my fans ain't trying to come see a 10, 15 minute set. They want 30 for me. Like I have such a deep catalog of shit and different music that everyone likes and I have to cover that spread. 15 minutes ain't gonna cut it for me. And you know, I've been doing it for a long time. I bring out a crowd, I bring out the fam, and we turn that shit up. So I'm just trying to like do my own shows, I guess, right now to where I'm in more control of the event. And, you know, we tailor it a little better to the vibes. Now, one show I will bring up that was it was run so well. My boy, Slow Spread Love, Big Slowski and Friends. That was like one of the best events that I've performed at. And that was probably one of my best performances. Also, while like the show was just ran so fucking smooth. Like he had an event coordinator and like she was on the ball, had everyone in line for their shits. The music sounded good. We were at the key. The vibes were up. The crowd was getting closer and closer as the show went on. And you know, that's the kind of energy we need at these shows. A lot of people are very standoffish and like hiding in the back and whatever, and you know, there's just not as much excitement as there used to be. I remember in 2016 to like 18, me and he goes by House Party now, but my boy Goof, we would just tear the city up. We would book so much shit, 2720 Blank Space, fucking just whatever spot that would, you know, let us throw some shit. Utopia, like, and we would tear that shit up every fucking time. We would sell hella tickets and we would get new fans and the energy was right. I don't know. I I got to get my feet back wet with it, and, you know, reaching out to these venues is tough because they don't respond. And I understand it's very busy, and, you know, maybe I'm being looked at as some not big act, which, you know, I'm not mega dega star, but I will fill your building up. I promise you that. And, you know, I'm just waiting for a response from some of these spots to get some shit going again. And it's been so long that I feel like I'm not connected with those kind of people anymore. I'm connected with so many people in the music world right now, especially in St. Louis. But the event people, I'm just not tied in with it. So I'm trying to get something out. So if you're watching this episode and you're seeing this part, tell me who I can go to book some shit. Because I'm trying to throw my own, and I want to put y'all on. I want to throw a fly on the wall event where all my guests who have been on the show, you know, I mean, maybe not all, that's like 35 motherfuckers. But if I could get at least 5 to 6 of y'all come out and we just do a fly on the wall show and tear that shit up, again, that's something that I want to do. But these event coordinators and fucking whoever is running the accounts for these venues, please hit me back. I'm trying to put some money in your pockets too. But beyond that, you know, I've just been, a lot's changed. I got a new job and I love it. My routine's changed and I work on music differently. I've been making a lot of really different fucking music. Like, Let's Go to Work is kind of more like straight line with a lot of, you know, different flavors on it, but like rap, pretty much just clear-cut hip-hop shit. But I've been working on this other album. I love McGee. I love Dijon. My boy Brent put me onto this. It's either a guy or a group called Derby. Fire. But that kind of sound, even down to Justin Bieber's Swag album, that's super inspired me for a pop flavor kind of thing, because I can sing. I never in my fucking wildest dreams would have been able to tell you guys that with confidence, but I can fucking sing. I've played these records of me where I'm just singing. It's all these pop records, and I've played them for people who are singers, who are great singers, and I respect them greatly, and they've all been like, dude, why aren't you dropping this? Like, this is amazing shit. Like, this is almost better than your rap stuff. And I'm sitting there in shock because I'm like, I didn't think people would react like that. I thought people would just be like, damn, motherfucker, like, stay in your lane, bitch. Da-da-da. You know, it's that's a bad thing for white dudes rapping. I promise I am not going to Jack Harlow you. I'm not going to put on the fucking crazy ass hats and shit and like, it just feels weird the way he did it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I am just trying to give you some good music of me in a different lane, and that's what I've been working on. I guess I can utter the name of it. I still don't know when it'll come out, but it's gonna be called Control Freak. And I got like 20 songs made for it so far. We're gonna slim it down. And they're all so good. I gotta find a way to get them all out. If I don't, I'm gonna be super mad. But it's very Dijon, very McGee, you know, just even a lot of Frank Ocean's probably is, I'd argue, even one of my biggest, maybe the biggest inspiration for me. There was a point in time where he shifted my whole thought process on what songwriting could be. And, you know, like, at least for me, what it could be. Like, I needed a light like that to show me that I could write differently. And, you know, I have influences from that. I've fallen in love with McGee and Dijon over the past 2 years. And I feel like the sound that I'm pushing for this album is just so drastically different. It's like, in a weird way, my 808s and Heartbreaks, my game-shifting fucking album kind of thing. And whenever it drops, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait for it. But we'll shake it up when it's ready. What's next is Let's Go to Work. Yeah, I'm excited, man. A lot of good music, a lot of cool shit. All these collabs I've been working on. I got a Wave Gods 3 with Goof that I still need to finish mixing. I have a collab project with Fonz that we still probably need like 2 or 3 songs for. I got one with my boy Squires. I got tons of just like features from different cats too. The one with Chief too. Like I have one I'm working on with my boy Daniel. And I have another one with my boy Kristen. I mean, I'm loaded up with tons of fucking collabs, bro, and I'm about to I gotta drop, bro. I gotta drop, because I'm gonna die soon, and I'm gonna fucking be mad that I don't get to fucking, I'm not gonna die soon, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna die one day, and I'm gonna be mad if I don't drop any of this shit. But yeah, my plate is full. I got a lot to work on, so if I really go off the grid, I'm sorry. And, to be fair, I've been struggling with that lately. Lately, I have been, really not good at texting, really not good at replying to people. I've been so good at it for so long, and it's probably why I have the connections I do, is I was so good at reaching out, but I'm just burnt out, man. If I'm being completely honest with you, the networking shit is just I feel like I'm taking a hammer and banging it on my head every fucking day, because it's just the same shit every time. I want something tangible, and I'm tired of fucking meeting people, reaching out, and finding out it's just, the same shit every time. I just want something different. I don't know. I'm probably being a bitch, but it's just how I feel about it, man. I want to feel also too that I want to feel understood, man. I feel like a lot of it's hard to be understood in the city as a rapper rapping the way that I do. I'm not making your normal fucking shit. It's big, it's cinematic. It's that peak era fucking Kanye quality music, but better rapping and keeping my head on straight. It sucks, man. Our city is just so bad at promoing the right and wrong shit. It's all clickbait stuff. Top 25 rappers of St. Louis. Here's the top 20 albums from the past year. And it's the same dudes that get promoted all the time. And then it's also just the albums they fall flat. They're nothing that I'm hearing on the first track or second or third track to where I'm I need to keep playing this. And I'm not trying to be like that, but motherfuckers be on bullshit in this city. They do. And we need to repair it. We need to fix it. We need people that fucking care. It's not just about making money. It's not about, I just need $20 to post you on my blog. No. That's why I do this fly on the wall shit is free for the friendly. I do it for free. I have my guests on for free. I ain't charging these motherfuckers because I'm not thirsty. I'm not desperate. I want to make something that I care about. And I'm sick of people putting out shit that they don't fucking care about. It's what makes this shit look bad. It really is. And, and it's outdated flavors. It's stuff that people would have appreciated in 2011 or 2008 or some shit. And granted, great eras, love them. We are not there anymore. We have moved on. If you are back there, we have moved on, homie. And that's why we struggle to get our name off the ground in our city, in my opinion. It's not one person. It's not one group. It's all of us, including myself. We got to do better. We got to fucking band together and, be better about shit and be more open-minded and be able to just accept that new things might be scary, but they might be the better things. With that being said, I'm going to talk a little bit of sports before I hop off here and take my little break. I've been watching, obviously, the NBA playoffs. If you're following me, I will not shut the fuck up about Victor Wembanyama. Oh my God. I've been waiting. Listen, I was a Michael Jordan guy. I've been a Bulls fan forever, and my Bulls fandom is actually, oh God, I'm so loyal. I'll still be a Bulls fan, but man, I'm kind of cooked on them, bro. I'm sick of the head office just fucking shit up every time. We never had anything good. Ever since Derrick Rose, We have fumbled so many bags. Jimmy Butler was so good too. Whatever. Beyond that, what I'm seeing right now is we are watching a new GOAT. We are watching the new GOAT develop before our very eyes. He is 7'4". And he's young, so he's still developing a deeper bag. He has a small bag right now, but because he's so big, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Dude's walking up 28 feet deep and splashing threes to send it to overtime in the Western Conference Finals against the former title winners. And then I watched that Game 7 game last night, and it was absolute magic. I mean, I don't know if anyone else watched this and felt like this, but I felt like I was in the 90s. This must have been how it felt watching Michael Jordan get his first ring kind of thing. You know? Like, or even to LeBron's case, LeBron getting his first ring. I'm not a diehard LeBron guy, but I do definitely respect his game, and he is, I mean, it's him or Jordan. However you look at it, I'm not throwing my takes out because I'm torn between the two now. LeBron has played an incredible, lengthy career, the most durable superstar ever. But Michael Jordan's peak was the peak of all peaks. And now we got this motherfucker, Victor Wembanyama. He's 22, playing in his first NBA Finals. And he has the team to do it. I love Stephon Castle. Absolute. He will be an elite level point guard in no time. He might already be one. He's got to get rid of the turnovers. He'll fix that up over the offseason. They got De'Aaron Fox. They got fucking Champagnie been going crazy. Devin Vassell. I mean, come on, dude. Let us breathe. Even Luke Cornett getting a piece of that ass. That block in Game 7, blocked by Luke Cornett. I about shit myself screaming. I have been converted to a Spurs fan. And I'm on the bandwagon. I ain't even gonna lie. I am jumping on the bandwagon for Wemby. I want to be around to watch this kid's greatness. Not just because of the way he plays, but the way he is off the court. The dude is a great human being. He loves the fucking game. The dude is crying after getting to the finals. Dude, that's how I would, if I got my first big moment as an artist, like, oh, you wake up the next day and, you know, you about to go fucking multi-platinum on your first album or some shit like that, or I don't know, I got offered my first record deal, whatever, like some kind of big moment. I'm crying in that moment. I'm crying. I don't give a fuck. I'm letting it out because you know what? I worked for that shit, and people don't know how fucking hard people work for this shit. And you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. That's why I respect Wemby. I see what he just did out there. I see how hard he works. The dude has got, he trained with Hakeem Olajuwon, if I'm correct. And he also obviously trained with Timmy, David Robinson, Jamal Crawford, Kevin Garnett. Dude, he was willing and hungry and wanted to fucking learn. He worked for this shit. Cry, bro. You fucking earned it. And that's how I feel too. Even if it comes down to something as simple as me just putting out my album, I'ma fucking cry. That's a big moment for me. And don't be scared of it. But Wemby, dude, I'm watching this dude. He's going to win the finals. This is the first time where I wouldn't mind if the Knicks won. If Jalen Brunson wins, he might be the greatest Knick of all time. Depending on how he plays in this finals. Even if they lose and he balls the fuck out, he's probably the greatest New York Knick of all time. That's just my take. But man, Wemby though, Wemby is already number one. Wemby to me is the greatest player on the planet. He's just scratching the surface. Wait till his bag gets deeper. Wait till he gets more muscle. What happens? You don't stop that. That's 30, 15, and fucking 3 and 5 blocks a game. That 50% from 3 at one point in his career even probably. Like, just wait. It's gonna happen. But yeah, I digress. We're burning up the minutes on this first half. Let me recap a little bit too. So the rest of this season, it's not going to go like most of the seasons before where I'm dropping an episode consistently every single Wednesday. It's probably going to be some breaks in some of these weeks. I got a lot going on, and it's hard to juggle my new job with this. That's why I've tried to stack up episodes. I'm on my summer break. Today's the last day of my summer break. I want to fucking cry. It's been so great, but I got to go back to work tomorrow. And because of that, too, I got to balance and juggle a little more. So for the rest of the season, expect some of these episodes. They're coming, but they might be stretched out a little bit. But stay tuned. We have a lot coming. We have so much to talk about. Always, I'm the yapper. I'm the king of the yapsters. I'm happy to have y'all here. Fly on the wall. Remember Buddha. We will be right back. We're going to take a little break. It's all good, it takes time, baby. In this world, you gotta die to feel alive, baby. Make up your mind, baby. Make them see what it is, I ain't blind, baby. They pussy, I ain't lying, baby. I'm the one they tryna be while they violating. A lot been on my mind lately. Stop rushing, take your time, baby. Gas lit, almost made me feel crazy. I never left, I'm here still, baby. I show love, and all these pussies, man, they still hating. Welcome back. We are back from our break. Had to step outside, inhale a little something and come back in. I gotta just take a little breather on these episodes. And plus, I don't want my camera to get too motherfucking hot. It was a great first half. We got to recap pretty much what happened in the past year, the music I'm working on, the sports I've been watching, and I haven't even gotten to the media I've consumed because the last season of Invincible was fucking incredible. I don't know if any Invincible fans out there, but I fucking ate it up. Thrag has become one of my new favorite villains. Lee Pace, absolute choice decision as a voice actor for him. He's so fucking good. And that season was just, it was great. It just keeps going, man. I love that show so much. And that goes, what was it? The Boys came out too. Had some high points, had some slow points, but overall, I did enjoy it. It's just, a lot of good shit that I've been watching. Fuck. I went and saw the Super Mario movie. Oh, it was so good. I know that's like, oh, dude, it's a fucking kid's movie. Yeah, dude, it is a kid's movie, and I am a big fucking kid, and I love Mario, and especially Mario Galaxy. You mean it? And they just filled it with Easter eggs, and me and my wife are in the theater, and I'm shitting my pants every time. It's like the Warp Star sound comes on. I'm grabbing her hand. I'm like, oh my God, did you fucking hear that? That's like straight out of the game. That's fucking amazing. Like, it's so fucking good, and I really loved it. I'm going to go see the Backrooms movie next week. I'm super excited about it. I've heard Obsession is really good. I need to go tap into some of those movies. I don't know. I've finally been buying Berserk manga. I've watched the 97 version, the 2016 crap CGI version. And it just got me more into the lore. It's a shame that the 97 only is 25 episodes. I need more of the lore. It's so good. And that animation style and the voice acting, dude, it was so peak. But the manga is good. The manga is the better version of, everyone's right. The manga is peak. It's so fucking good. And I love that story. Obviously, like, it's one of my favorite animes, and definitely one of my favorite manga, like, things going on. I don't know. Fire as fuck. Yeah, and what else would I talk about in the first half? We were talking about some of the sports happenings going on. Victor Wembanyama absolutely dominating. Dude is on his way. I'll put my money on it right now. I'm going to try and drop this episode in 2 days. If I don't, that's on me. But I'm going to try and drop it in 2 days on the first game of the NBA Finals. I am predicting now that the Spurs are going to win in 6 games. And Wemby will take home the MVP. 22 years old, about to dominate, bro. I promise you. Keep an eye on those motherfucking Spurs. They're deep. Stephon Castle's good. Dylan Harper's good. De'Aaron Fox is good. Luke Cornett coming up clutch. Champagnie, Vassell. They are stacked. And then you have the best fucking player in the league right now. Yeah. Now, Jalen Brunson's hot. That whole team they're working. The Knicks are gelling. This is going to be a great finals. This is probably the most, to me, anticipated finals in I'd probably say 8 years, maybe. What was 8 years ago? That'd be 2018. Is that when LeBron had his comeback game? Was that it? Was it 2018 or 17? Whatever it was. It's been a while since we've been this hyped for a finals game, in my opinion. At least for me. And this shit's going to be peak. It's going to be so good. Throwback. We get some ethical basketball from Victor Wembanyama. And honestly, I can't wait to see if the Knicks can pull it off. I would love to see. I'm riding with the Spurs, but I'm not going to be mad if the Knicks win. I think it'd be good for basketball if the Knicks win. Might not be good for the city of New York. It might fucking burn down. But it will. That's something that the Knicks absolutely need. And Jalen Brunson will certified probably go down as the greatest Knick of all time. I already think he's on par for that. But I digress. I'll talk a little bit too. I don't remember if I mentioned about how these episodes are going to be going. They're going to be stretched out a little bit more. So, stay tuned best you can. We got more music coming. We got more events that we're trying to put on this year. I'm excited to really, get my feet back wet doing my own shit, especially with the podcast. I've been so focused on elevating my visual game. Now I feel like I understand it better. I can communicate it better. And because of that, I can shift my focus back to the shit that I need to focus on, which is the music, the podcast, and my overall creative desires. And I'm very excited to fucking take it further with everybody. And it's going to be a good time. But, without further ado, my wife wrote a couple of these in, and I had an episode shot already, but the footage was fucked up, so guess what I'm doing? This is the reshoot. And I have to repool some of these names or these topics for overrated, underrated. With your boy. I'm pulling for myself. All right. Let's do it. And if you know ball, if you've been watching, I do this series where we write a topic, we put it in the hat, you call it overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated, and we talk about it. So let's go ahead. Bitch, what do we got? The Boys. Oh my God. Fuck. Are we talking just the last season or overall? Overall, I honestly think The Boys is perfectly rated. I don't know if I wouldn't call it underrated. Because there are some slow seasons. Season 4 was kind of buns to me. But seasons 1 through 3 were so gas. And there was some hot flack about the ending. But I actually kind of liked the ending. I do wish the fight with Homelander was a little longer. But I think that's the whole point. It's like, dude lost his powers and he turned full bitch. Of course he's going to get his ass beat by fucking Billy. Billy is going to murder the fuck out of him. The dude was in the army, wasn't he? Absolute peak. And I'm going to be sad not being able to hear, oi, Huey, we need to go get Homelander. All these cunts. He makes the word cunt sound so fun. And I just made it sound so annoying right there. But I love Billy Butcher. The Boys, I'm going to go ahead and say perfectly rated. I'm going based off the whole show. There are so many characters. I absolutely adore their fucking character. I hate Homelander, but I love the character Homelander, if that makes sense. I love him because I hate him so much. I love him because he's valuable to the story. I hate every aspect of who he is. The ultimate chud. The biggest loser on the fucking planet. He exposes himself at the end of the fucking series with that shit. And I love Billy Butcher. I love Carl Urban playing him. I really, really love. No one to me he's just so fucking funny because he's so goddamn dumb. Chase Crawford is the Deep. What a generational cast. Oh, so funny, bro. Anytime that he's on screen, I know he's about to say some dumb fucking shit, and I'm gonna laugh. But yeah, and the show is fire. Great storyline. The action's impeccable. I love the actors on the show. I don't know the guy who plays MM, but I love him. I like whoever plays Kamiko. I really enjoy Erin Moriarty as Starlight. I love fucking all the characters. I really do. And, you know, spoiler alert, Frenchie's death was super sad. And, you know, I knew they're not going to go the last season without ripping somebody apart. And I don't know the comics, but I had a feeling it was going to be Frenchie. And I was right. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and say that The Boys, overall, not the last season, overall, The Boys is perfectly rated to me. I don't think it could be, well, it could be a little overrated too. Overrated / perfectly rated. I don't know if it could be underrated because so many people know about it and it's a fucking crazy show, and I think that, I don't know, I think that it's well known enough to where it wouldn't be underrated. And a lot of people, you see these fucking little dweebs on fucking TikTok making Homelander edits, like, it's popular. Unfortunately, the kids love this shit. Like, or, you know, anyway. It's good though, because it's like, it's a good show, whatever. Anyway, this one, fresh, Jay-Z. I think I just saw that he did a freestyle where he was coming at multiple people with the Roots. And yeah, damn, Jay-Z, overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated? Are we going the whole career of Jay-Z, or are we just going Jay-Z the mogul? Like, you know, I guess I could probably say Jay-Z is like, might be like perfectly rated, because he gets his flowers in the right spots, and he also gets his haters in the right spots. And I feel like when you get a little bit of both, that's like a perfectly rated feeling. You know, not everything's actually perfect and everyone's gonna love it all. But yeah, Jay-Z, I guess he was taking shots at Drake on this freestyle with the Roots. And I was taking shots at Kanye too. Tory Lanez dad and Tory Lanez. It was a lot of shit. It was very interesting. All this rap beef stuff going on is like crazy. It's just like every week it's a new fucking thing with somebody. And then Drake's name's attached to it. It's almost like there's someone behind the string, like behind pulling the strings going like, make them attack Drake more. It'll bring more attention. Like, and, you know, I guess maybe Drake, was he throwing shots at him on Iceman? I don't know. I didn't catch any bars of significance in that extent to me. Like, but yeah, Jay-Z, goddamn, I'm gonna go perfectly rated, man. Because early era Jay-Z, there's a lot of shit I really enjoyed. What's the 444 was a really great, mature rap album. I feel like he did a good job at, like, being the old rapper, where, like, I feel like motherfuckers be pushing 40 and they need to, like, stop talking that bullshit. Like, talk some free game for the people, or, like, your experiences at least, not just, like, experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because there's motherfuckers pushing 40 talking about going to the club still, and you might be going to the club, but that feels like the only person who pulls it off to me is Future. Future does it better than anybody else with that shit. I would forget this motherfucker. He's going to be 60 one day, dropping shit like Percocet and Stripper Joint, and I'm going to be like, yeah, he is at the club. He sounds like it. But, you know, there's a lot of older rappers who be on that bullshit, and it's corny. Future, you get the pass. So Jay-Z, touching back on Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you are perfectly rated to me. You might be a little overrated, honestly. I don't think you could be underrated. I'm actually going to change that. I think Jay-Z might be a little overrated. People do value his catalog a little much. And it's not as, like, star-studded as it seems. You know, he's got some great shit, but I think his rap has progressed. There are other rappers who have, like, held that same belt, I guess. Not saying Jay-Z's not great. Jay-Z is great. Jay-Z's got some legendary shit. But I feel like other rappers have also evolved to a similar level. I don't know. But yeah, Jay-Z, I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, you're probably perfectly rated. Woo! Dijon. And not the mustard, baby. Fuck. I love this guy. He has been a huge inspiration for me lately. His music is so fucking good. I'd argue he's one of my favorite fresh new artists out right now. And I know he's not new, but like newer to other. There are people that I ask, hey, do you know Dijon? They're like, who? I'm like, oh God, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Like, but I love this dude. He has brought a refreshing, almost like D'Angelo folk pop meets fucking Prince at a halfway point with all these like hip-hop breakbeat influence shit. It's just so good. Dijon, you are underrated. Dijon's underrated. Dijon is 100% underrated. Couldn't be overrated to me. He's not known in enough circles yet. And I don't want him to become overrated. I want him to continue to be this underrated megastar. And I love his shit. He's such a good songwriter. So fucking talented. I would kill to go to a live set for Dijon. I loved, was it Baby? Was that the last album? So Kinda Love is so fucking good. The man is a yearner. If you yearn for your lady, do you yearn for your lady? Do you yearn for your man? Do you yearn for whoever you're fucking with? You need to listen to that shit. It'll make you yearn. And I be yearning when I listen to that shit. It's beautiful. Even something older like The Dress, classic. Yamaha, banger. I mean, he got them all many times. Ooh. Well, there you go again, putting on your rodeo again. It's a holiday. Dude, he just slides. Dude's hard. Dijon, you are underrated, bro. And if I ever get the opportunity to ever meet you, I would love to work on some music with you, man. You are so fucking talented. We're moving on to the next one. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, yeah, dude. I don't want to come off as the hater. But he does. The foul baiting gets to be a little much. A little bit much. Now, I will say that Game 7 last night, he wasn't using the foul baiting shit. He was hitting his shots. He is definitely a top 5, top 3 player in the NBA. For fucking sure. But Wemby 100% is deserves the MVP to me. And he's just so fucking good. But Shai's also really good. Shai has a deep bag. He really does. But he's a free throw merchant. And that makes basketball boring as fuck to watch. So that takes some points off for me. I'll say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is overrated. And you know, people are going to be like, you don't know ball. Da, da, da. I'm like, listen, this is just my opinion. And it doesn't mean he's a bad player if I'm saying he's overrated. I do think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of the best players on the planet, without a fucking doubt. Deep bag, can shoot. When he's playing aggressive defensively, he can really lock in. He facilitates the offense. He can get rebounds. He can really kind of do it all. But again, you can see what happens when the defense plays the right kind of fucking basketball. The Spurs left it up to him to win the game, and you know he could only do so much. I feel like there's only like 1 to 2 players where when they go, we're gonna leave it up to you to beat us, and they'll beat you every time. Prime Steph Curry was like that. Prime LeBron was like that. Now it's prime. Wemby ain't even in his prime. Wemby's 22. But, you know, those kind of dudes can do it. But Shai, I do think you are still an incredible player. And I'm not saying you're not deserving of the MVP. I do think you deserve it. But I would rather have seen it go to Wemby. And I just think that what you're doing is incredible basketball across the board. You're scoring. You're fucking doing everything that you need to do. But you lose style points because I see your ass on the fucking ground every fucking time. I'm tired of it. And I think everyone else is. Otherwise, the discourse would be different. Anyway, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to me is just a little overrated. He's a great player. I'm not saying he's not. I believe in what he won a championship. He's won back-to-back MVPs. You're a great player. You're arguably, in many people's eyes, the best player on the planet. To me, that's Victor Wembanyama, only because he can do everything at a spectacular level, and he's only 22. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I'm going to call you a little overrated, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder are back next year. Chet Holmgren, you got to not drop fucking 4 points, dude. that can't happen, and if you're playing Wemby, that's going to happen. Anyway. Oh! Well, look at this. My wife wrote this one. Speaking of Wemby, Victor Wembanyama, let's talk about it. The dude is already approaching, like, at least the potential of GOAT status. We've talked about it. Now we're seeing the work being put in. He's 22. What happens when he wins finals and finals MVP? What happens next year when he wins another finals MVP, and the league MVP? What are we talking about? What's the conversation then? And he would only be 23. That's crazy as fucking shit. I have a feeling he's going to have 5 rings before he's 30. Do you know how incredibly impressive that'll be? If he can pull that off and get 3 more in the back at the end of his career, 8 rings, probably have like 8 or maybe not 8, but like 7 MVPs. Because he's going to do that shit. He's going to be the depoy all the time. Victor Wembanyama, perfectly rated, overrated, or underrated. I think at this point, you are perfectly rated. I don't think you're underrated now. I think people know. I think we know what you're about. I think we know that you're the face of the NBA, and you're probably going to be the greatest player of all time when it's all said and done. You are transcendent. You fucking are 7'4", walking up to the fucking 3-point line and splashing threes. Dude, didn't he hit 6 threes in one of those games? That should not be happening. That should not be happening, and it's happening. And he's not just doing that. He's getting 4 blocks on the side. And he's getting, if he's really into it and not getting locked up by double teams and shit, he's getting fucking 12 to 18 rebounds. I mean, it's crazy. And it's clockwork when he's on the floor. I fully expect the Spurs to win. I think he's perfectly rated because he couldn't be overrated at this point. Well, he could. To some people's eyes, they probably do think he's overrated. I beg to differ completely. I think the dude is on path and proving every high expectation of him to be correct. And it's so cool to see. I feel like I'm watching history. I feel like this must have been how it felt like watching Michael Jordan in the 90s. Like, it's just very cool. Even like Kobe in his years when I was watching, it's cool to watch these guys come up and dominate and become great. And I think his stretch is going to last the longest, if he's healthy. So, Victor Wembanyama, I'm going to go ahead and say you're perfectly rated, bro. I fucking love you. I need to get your jersey. I love who you are off the court. I respect it so much. I can appreciate a dude who has a huge platform like yours, speaking about men's emotions and how they're validated, and you can't. Don't listen to these bitch ass podcast I'm a podcast loser, but don't listen to these bitch ass podcast losers who are out here like men's emotions don't matter. Mental health does not matter. Listen, dude, we're all human beings, tough guy. We all feel shit, and I know your crybaby ass hides in the bathroom and cries while you're taking a shit or some weird fucking shit. I don't even know. But we all have emotions, and we gotta value them, and we gotta fucking approach them the right way. And Wembanyama, you do that, and you are leading the youth to believe that they can too. So keep doing that shit. I fucking love it. Couldn't be more highly spoken of for me. I fucking love me some Wemby. But with that being said, that's our overrated, underrated series. Wemby, you are perfectly rated to me. And it was fun. I had a good time. I felt like I haven't got to do that for myself in a while. All the episodes I do, I have guests. One of these times I need a guest to come on here and interview me. We'll do a opposite day episode one of these days. But yeah, it was a treat. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We have a lot coming. Stay tuned for Let's Go to Work. I'm going to keep kind of dropping tidbits. So until it drops, keep your eyes open and keep your ears out too. I'm going to start throwing some events. I need y'all to pull up. I need you to come mobbing deep. We're going to have some fun. And I want you to be a part of the events too. Obviously, it can't just be me up there. I got to have other people on the sets, and I know so many of y'all, and I believe in all the shit that you do, so I'm excited. And St. Louis as a whole, I'm so proud of what everyone's doing right now. I do see a lot of growth. We're always stuck in the mud, but I see us climbing out of it. I see fucking my boy Slow. He's inspiring me all the time. Dude's crushing it. My boy fucking House Party is out traveling, battle rapping, and he's crushing it. And I just see the effort from my friend. He goes by Late Shove now. He was Sudacore before, but he's dropping some incredible shit, and his dedication is inspiring me. So keep an eye out for all my friends and everyone in this city, because we got a lot of cool shit and we got a story to tell. But back on the spotlight on me, Let's Go to Work will be coming out this year, hopefully. Keep an eye out for Control Freak if that ever fucking drops at any point. And keep playing The Briefcase. Keep playing Foie Gras. Keep playing Let's Watch Some TV. Keep playing The Gray Area. All these mixtapes, I had a lot of fun, and albums I had a lot of fun making. But we got a lot more coming, and the shit that's coming is better. And I love all that shit, but the new shit is better. So, we about to go crazy. I guess I gotta leave y'all with a message, don't I? Let me leave y'all with a little message here, man. Hey, listen up. You need to fucking believe in yourself. You need to not worry about what outside sources are talking about. And especially if you're worried that they're talking about you, that's none of your business. Worry about yourself. You can do this shit. We have a lot of talent in our fucking... Dude, we're creative. We're all creative. We all can do some special shit creatively. Don't be scared. Jump off the cliff. You're gonna fly. You might fall at first, but you'll fly at some point. And when you fly, it'll feel amazing. So don't be scared to fucking chase your shit. Don't be scared to have these fake boundaries holding you back from doing what you want to do. I believe in you. I believe in myself. I hope you believe in me and what we're doing. And I can't wait to do this season of Fly on the Wall. I can't wait for y'all to watch. I can't wait for my music to come out. I can't wait for you guys to hear. And I can't wait to see what you have. I can't wait to see your music, your things that you do artfully. If you have a podcast, I can't wait to see it. I am proud of what I see on a content level basis all the time. But I also I need to unplug from social media at one of these points. Mentally, it takes a toll. It really does, because you got to be on here all the time as an artist, and sometimes as an artist, I want to just breathe. But with that being said, I fucking love y'all. We are about to turn up this season. All the guests, I can't wait to share you all with my friends, and keep playing the music. We got more shit coming. We always got some shit coming. The hottest, the dopest, the coolest fucking shit. This is Fly on the Wall. I am Remember Buddha. I am Boo-Wop. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you for the next episode, because I know you'll be there on your couch with your bag of chips or your little microwave ramen or something, and you're going to be watching. You're going to be like, oh, damn, Buddha, you're funny as hell. And you got some fire-ass, like, shit to talk about. You're, like, wise in a sense, but you're also a fucking dumbass. Like, that's me. I'm wise because I was a dumbass, and that can be you too. So with that being said, love y'all. I'm out of here. This is Fly on the Wall. I am Remember Buddha, and we will be back with another episode. Stay tuned.